Hello, my gorgeous Libras. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 17th going to the 23rd of June. So we are just going to dive straight into it. Let's see what's going on for you guys. I have been saying to everyone, I do have a different spread this week. So let me know what you think about it. But the oracles will be the same. So let's see what's coming up for you guys this week. Please, Spirit, for my lovely Libras. Ooh, okay, got 3 from this deck. Let's see what this is saying. All right, you have the thinking man. This is about seeing things clearly. Whether this means that somebody is going to be coming through for you guys this week, the thinking man is showing up in your life who's going to give you some really crystal clear advice to help you see something more clearly, something that you've been a bit confused about or needing advice about. This is an energy coming through for you. Or this could be you. The thinking man could very much be you. And if you have been feeling lost or your thoughts have been a little bit clouded, this is definitely a week where you're seeing things much more clearly. You're having a lot more ideas, maybe a lot more information coming away that's going to help you out a little bit here. Anything that you felt a bit clouded in. You have the garden and the gates, which always comes up where we might be in a comfort zone, but there's always this curiosity about what else is out there in the world. You can see here, she is in this very beautiful place. But there is something about her that's just like, I really wonder what's over those fields. But she never lets herself out to go and see it. All right, she has the key on her neck. So you guys have the potential to come outside the comfort zone, to do something new, to go into unknown territory. And maybe that curiosity is asking for you to go over there. But we'll see how else, what else comes up in your reading. This can be about expanding or just going into a new environment. Could be something that you're feeling a little bit tempted to do. But because of some comfort, you might be preventing yourself thinking, but I'm okay here. But there's still that curiosity that you can't help. Every time you come to the gate, you keep looking out into the horizon here. So pay attention to that feeling, because I do feel like it's happening for a reason. The next card that you have for this week is the 4th chakra, okay? Archangel Raphael. This is your heart chakra. This is a chakra of healing, of love. So there is something important about this. Whether you are unblocking this area, we will see how this is coming up for you. But yeah, it's to do with your heart. So pay attention to that. Let's see what's going on. What else is coming up for you? For my lovely Libras, you have here and now, focusing on the present moment. Hold on, they're showing me something, but I'm not quite ready for it. No, fine, I will go for it. Right, so the here and now is saying let's not focus on the past and what's happened. It can be beneficial both looking into the past and into the future. One gives us lessons and understanding. The other one can give us inspiration and insights. However, what's the most important is the present, in my opinion anyways. Why? Because that's where the opportunities are. You can't do anything about the future if you're just thinking about it. It's about the action that you take today. Okay. And this is where you can see this door is opening on this egg. So Spirit is saying, come to the present. Let's not think too much about the future. I think it's beneficial to you because you do have a lot of thinking and looking out into the horizons, which definitely feels like you're thinking about what you can do in your future. But it feels like there's something that's very important in this present moment that might help you get there. And what they were showing me that I wasn't quite ready to say, Libra, is that it almost feels like, I don't know if any of you are like, oh, well, I want to go out there, but I just don't know how. But she has it. If she was present enough and actually paid attention to her present moment, she'll see that she has a necklace with the key on it. So you might be thinking that you're trapped in a situation. For some of you, I don't think that resonates for everybody, but it's almost like right here, which is ironic because this is also where the heart chakra is. So for some of you, the key is to do with your heart chakra. I wonder what that means. And it's funny because there's a door here as well. So that's very interesting. Let's carry on and see how that shows up during the rest of the reading. My lovely Libras. Insecurity. Had to do that. I don't know why I whistled, but I'm getting goosebumps in your reading. So interesting. Look at him kind of guarding his heart. Insecurity might be blocking you from opening this door in your present. I'm getting lots of goose. I don't know if you can see that from there. You never can really, but it's coming through here. Now he's kind of like scared that this devil energy is going to get to him. So you guys could be worried about opening a heart or doing something outside your comfort zone. Sometimes our heart is involved with that. Because there's like a fear involved here, and it's blocking you from letting yourself shine because of a fear, an insecurity. You also have workaholic coming through. So some of you guys could be being a little bit of a workaholic here this week and engaging in your work. And you also have soulmate coming up. So the thinking man could be a soulmate in your life. So that could be what's important here. Okay, let's carry on. Let's see what else is coming up for you guys. For Libras. Courage. You're being called to have courage this week. This says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So it is kind of pushing you to do what maybe you know you already want to do. It's just about having courage with that. Maybe again, someone's going to give you some really good advice. It's going to help you see more clearly that you're in control of something, that you're able to do something, that you're capable of it. Okay? To overcome that insecurity or that worry of being vulnerable, being open. Right. Let's get some more oracles for you, Libra. Then we'll dive into your tarot. For Libras. Enchantment, power, playfulness, and signs. Pay attention to the signs and where they're guiding you, okay? All right, it's about stepping into your power, stepping into being more playful, not taking life too seriously. Again, maybe you're a bit afraid of, if I go out there, maybe I can't come back to this safe space, which I don't think is necessarily true. But it's up to, it depends on how your life is, because it's not going to resonate with everybody. You also have enchantment, which kind of is a card that tells me if something's luring you in, something's enchanting you, something quite magical is happening for you. All right, let's dive into your tarot, my angel. So the way I'm doing the spread this week is like, I'm going to look at where you were in your path, then we'll look at where you are now and where you are going. And we'll look at who you were, who you are now, and who you are becoming. Let's see, for my lovely Libras, let's get 3 cards, please, for where they were. Where you were. Ooh. Interesting. I'm going to clarify along the way as well. So the first 2 cards that came up were a bit like this. So Page of Swords and a 6 of Cups. So that's really kind of being triggered about past memories. Okay, 6 of Cups. 6s can be important. I don't know if that's a time frame. And 6 of Pentacles. We're going to clarify this for you, but definitely something from the past was you were a bit fixated on it, is the words coming up here. Fixated on the past, still triggered by it. Clarify the Page of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. This could be a work situation because you have a lot of pentacles here. Right. There are 2 ways of describing the Page of Swords. Usually it is like a triggered energy, spying, kind of watching. I don't know if this is what you're watching or if it's a just total different message for you. So take it how it resonates. The 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. Maybe it was a work situation that was triggering to you. I'm not sure why, because all of these are like financial abundance cards actually, and really working towards that legacy. Some of you, the Page of Swords, if it's not, maybe it's someone watching you doing this. Okay, but the Page of Swords can also be about curiosity, and it can be about researching and diving deep into something. So maybe some of you were trying to dive deep into streams of income, what you should do for your work. The 8 of Pentacles is working on a skill, talent, ability, and making it something profitable, or again, allowing it to grow by working on it. 2 of Pentacles is also about juggling and multitasking something. So maybe it's referring to a time where you had like a few jobs. Freedom, though, the 9 of Pentacles is financial freedom and financial independence and peace. This is a very grounded, beautiful energy. But the Page of Swords is triggered around it. So maybe in the past you had these things and maybe you didn't feel good enough at the time and you were almost whipping yourself to do more. I think you've grown out of that now. Like, I think you're able to actually feel a lot more proud of yourself for that stage in your life. now that you look back at it. Let's clarify what the Six of Cups is about. King of Pentacles, earth sign energy, but it can also again be about your job. And Five of Pentacles can be referring to a relationship or a situation with someone where you felt not good enough. That's what the insecurity is about here. There's irony here. The irony is that this person also has a key, but they're so in their mind, in their head, and their feelings that they're not actually able to see that the key is there. They can open that door, which is similar to that garden and the gate that we just had too. And I think this is why they're saying about the heart space is actually what is opening the doors for you. It's like when you heal your insecurities that may have happened with the past, financial insecurities, worries about, again, your work not being good enough or not being good enough in general, because the Five of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned. I feel like by healing a certain situation like this is when you get up and actually see that you've had the key this whole time. Like, it definitely is kind of bringing in self-worth, especially in your work for some reason, because King of Pentacles is here. Or again, like being financially abundant and yet again not feeling good enough, still feeling depressed or still feeling upset, still feeling like you can't open a certain door. Like, it's quite interesting. Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and Two of Swords. And Justice, your card, Libra. So Six of Pentacles anyways is about bringing something into balance from an unbiased point of view, perspective. Okay, so not based on what you think is really about. It's not based on what you think is balanced and just and what you want to do. Whatever this means to you, it's about bringing it into balance and it just being a fair situation. So Six of Pentacles is, again, what you give your time and energy to is very important, and it needs balance. Make sure that you're not giving to things, again, that are not serving you, or people that are not serving you, mindsets that are not serving you. But what's interesting here is that whatever this decision is, it may not be the one that you would usually make. So I don't know, again, if this is financial things. Maybe you want to spend it on something like clothes because you're like, I really need that. But again, it's like you don't really, that's coming from your own point of view. It's not a very balanced approach. Like, I don't know exactly what this is speaking about, but there is this need to put that blindfold on. Don't look at something, but go based on your intuition. So maybe for some of you, you had to make a decision, again, that was kind of not based on your own decision. It was just a really big gut feeling, a big, there's a word for it that they're trying to bring into my head, Libra. It's almost like it was like is it a judgment call? Is that what it is? Or is that not what it is? Like, it's almost like, I don't know what the word is, guys. It's like something that you wouldn't usually have made a decision on, you kind of had to do. And it was from a just and fair point of view to bring something into balance here. Right. Let's look into where you are now for Libras. Four of Swords showing itself to me. Love that. That's kind of in the center of your reading. So you are in a very healed energy. Still healing. It's kind of like a process card. It's like you're in the middle of it, but you're addressing past hurts, past pains, and you're able to actually look at it without being super triggered at this moment. You're processing your emotions, your feelings. All right, you have the Four of Pentacles though, so this is still feeling not good enough. All right, or that maybe you're not in a position that you entirely want. Could be in a relationship now because the Hierophant is here, but it can also be about, committing to something. We will clarify it. What's interesting, you have 2 4s in your present energy. So the numbers are kind of important maybe for you guys. Four of Pentacles, he doesn't think he's good enough. He's kind of he looks a bit down with what he's got. This is a limited mindset person. So this could be you, could be someone that you're with, or again, it could be to do with that insecurity. Maybe you don't really feel worthy of great love because you've not really seen it in your life. So when someone approaches you with it, you don't feel like you make excuses for, like, I don't have time though to be speaking to somebody, or, I'm focusing on me at the moment, which could be all valid. but it's almost like it's a limited mindset. It's almost like your priorities might need a little bit of adjusting at this moment of time. The same with finances. I'll say it to do with finances, but of course the way that it resonates can be different for everybody. But I always say this is the king of pentacles before he really knows how to be the king of pentacles. Knows really how to have an abundance. As you can see, he's like, I'm doing all that I can to make a certain amount of money or to have a certain amount of savings, but he's holding on to everything, and therefore he has no more space because he feels like it has to be in his control. Some of you might deal with a bit of control issues, and that's why you might be blocking yourself off from something else. Okay, whether it's love, I don't know what it is. It's like, I need to be in control of these things. If I let them out my sight, someone might take them, or someone might do me wrong. It's coming from a little bit of like, I think that's why it's happening at the same time as this healing. I think what Spirit's wanting you to do is to have faith, to adjust those beliefs a little bit here, and to focus on those beliefs and what you're committing to. Are you making excuses for yourself and why you can't grow any more than you can? Like this is seeming to come from a place of insecurity again, like we're seeing here. It's from that heart space. Let's clarify, because I'm sure the way I'm saying it is not the best. Let's clarify the Four of Pentacles, please, and Libra's energy. Look at this. What I'm seeing is you're completely capable of having that dream that you desire, but it's almost like your fears are getting in the way of that. And again, this need to hold on to it, this need to be in control is kind of being the thing that's getting you really worked up and worried. 10 of Cups, that is happiness. That is the goal, the end goal, that happy family, happy home, emotional fulfillment. But that Nine of Swords is in that way of, it's like, I don't see you open to it, even though we all want happiness, right? But you're almost not open to it because you're afraid that the opposite is going to happen. So you're keeping with this limited things that you have in your life, like this, because of a fear that if I go out there, I might lose all this stuff that I've built for myself, or this comfort zone. I don't know. It's almost like that. It's like, instead of being like, open to things, it's like, nope, this is what I'm sure about. All these things I have around me, I'm going to keep hold of it because, trust issues, even if it's within yourself and your own judgments, maybe even as well. All right, let's have a look and see with the Four of Swords. The Moon. This is you healing your feelings. That Four of Pentacles is back again. It's very important. The Moon is about having those very overwhelming feelings, and maybe subconscious beliefs is something that you're dealing with at this moment of time. Four of Swords. The Knight of Cups, learning how to be a lot more vulnerable and open, maybe in a love situation, because the Lovers is there. Could have someone in your life at this moment. But again, feelings, you might need a little bit, not a break, but maybe some time to yourself, because I think there are some feelings that you're dealing with at the moment that is blocking a love connection or just blocking things in your life. And I think that you need to be a bit more vulnerable to yourself before you can be vulnerable with somebody else. Does that make sense to you? Ooh, And the Devil just came up here. Did you see how that jumped up? The Sun was in the upright until it just completely did like a 180 and went like this. Six of Pentacles, like we said earlier, balance needs to be made. What we're giving our time and energy to, we're feeding that wolf. This reminds me of that story. We have two wolves inside us at all time, and whichever one wins the war is the one that we're feeding our time and energy to. So if you're feeding it to the devil, to the mind games, to the feeling stuck, to the feeling helpless or feeling insecure, those tricks that the devil does with us, the fears, then that's the wolf that's going to win in our head. We're going to be run by this negative thinking, limited energy. That's why the Sun is reversed. If we're listening to that, we're not going to be happy. We're not going to be free. But if you start to change your habits or change what you're listening to, change what you're feeding, then you have the complete possibility to be free and to be joyful and to have fun and to, be happy. The Sun is the most amazing card here, but it feels like it's up to you to be able to attain that, as always. And it's really coming down to healing from certain things. Are we looking at the past and the abandonment wounds or whatever, and using that to and feeding that? Or are we going to focus on things that actually bring us joy? So you are healing this. This is a very important time for you guys to healing that part of yourself, and claiming your power back is most important about that. Right, the Hierophant, Four of Swords again, so similar. And the Lovers, so definitely could be a relationship either in your life currently, or someone is definitely potential here, because Four of Swords, the Lovers, and the Hierophant is about healing a love connection by making certain choices here. Queen of Swords might be about boundaries here, protecting your heart space a little bit. Even if you're in a relationship, maybe it's a bit of codependence. You have the King and Queen of Swords, so definitely this is a match between you and somebody. But I feel like maybe there's a little bit of codependency here, and an insecurity thing, if impacting your love life in general, even if you're not in a relationship. So I feel like that's where the boundaries are needed. Or again, if it's the reverse for some of you, the Four of Pentacles could be that you're blocking yourself off from actually having love, because again, you're feeling really closed down and thinking that if I open my heart space, someone's going to do the worst to me. Okay, so depending where you are, definitely healing something within yourself, and it's impacting your love life clearly. Right, let's have a little look and see where you're going. Five of Cups, okay. Knight of Cups. All right, we have other 4 cards here. Three of Pentacles and the High Priestess. This does feel like there is a very strong need in where you're going. Again, it's about focusing on, pay attention to what you're paying attention to. I always say with this card, because again, we cannot change what's happened. The Five of Cups is saying pay attention to what you're giving your time and energy to emotionally. If we're focusing on all the things that we can't change, the things that have happened to us, the cups that have spilled in our life, we're not going to be able to see the good things that we do have, because we're not focusing on them. Then the Knight of Cups coming through here, asking for vulnerability, asking to go through maybe some sort of emotional healing to get to the new territory, which we have again. Something is really calling you towards new territory, new ways of thinking, new ways of being, becoming someone new, which is all in the future, of course. But again, it depends on what you're doing right here and now. Because also going into this message, we do have a little bit of this waiting. This saying pay attention to intuition, of course, but Three of Wands, I'm just getting a sense of feeling is kind of there's this a little bit of a advice here to make sure that you're actually stepping into your power, and that is in a sense of actually taking control of certain things here by moving forwards, because that Three of Wands is not making excuses. I don't want to say that to you, because what you're saying to yourself is probably valid. It's oh, well, I need something to come and unlock that door for me. I need that vehicle to come in so I can get there easier. It's almost like you're being called to make a decision, but you might be stopping yourself from doing that because you're waiting for something. That's control again, by the way. Right, let me clarify this. Three of Wands, the Devil again, that's the devil energy playing with your head a little bit here, and again trapping you into fear, or making you so fearful that you actually end up staying stuck in that devil energy. High Priestess, it's about trusting your gut with this. The King of Cups coming through, it's about paying attention to your feelings and emotions, to stay above them so that you know what they mean to you. Very intuitive energy, Piscean energy, quite strong here. You guys have a strong intuition, but that fear and that devil energy does kind of influence your decision making sometimes. So Three of Wands are trying to say don't wait around for anything. Again, Three of Swords, this kind of feels like her heart is attached to lots of things outside of herself, and therefore if things around her are kind of going wrong, again, a bit of codependency, your happiness or your feelings is really dependent on what's going on around you. It's almost like you need to make sure that you are whole within yourself first before focusing on anything else around you, because we have a lot of these strings here. Otherwise your environment will kind of control you instead of you controlling and taking power of your life and yourself. So just a little bit of like make sure that we're not doing that. Knight of Cups, Four of Wands reversed just jumped out like that. The Five of Swords and the Four of Cups. It's like I feel like the Knight of Cups is really a big advice for you, is to kind of get through those emotions, to get into new territory, because Four of Wands, Five of Swords, Four of Cups is almost like maybe again not taking action on a dream. Four of Wands is like celebration and it's community, but Five of Swords is almost like feeling like you're missing out. But the Four of Cups is about rejecting something. So some of you might be rejecting things that actually could be good for you because you don't want to cross a certain barrier. You don't want to go into something unknown because of the fear around it. This could be job opportunities. This could be anything like social events, to meet new people. If that's a dream, if that's a goal, like I feel like you're getting opportunities, but you're not seeing that. I don't know what that is for you. Here. So again, it starts from within. Make sure that you are whole. Look into your heart chakra, okay? Do some meditations on that, or, you know, try and figure out what might be blocked here, because this is where the key is. That's going to open the doors for you and also give you the confidence to open the doors too. Right, let's see. Please, Spirit, let's have a little look and see for my lovely Libras. Let's see who you are. A bit unpredictable. The Wheel of Fortune, maybe you feel like you were quite lucky in the past, or, you know, luck seemed to be in your favor, always ended up finding lucky, you know, solutions to situations, or things would just come your way and it's like, oh my God, that's perfect because I really needed that. The Wheel of Fortune is interesting, definitely like expanding and growing in the past. Who you are now, ooh, Seven of Swords, going against what maybe you know you should be doing. Sometimes this is a card of self-sabotage and sneakiness. So sometimes it's about strategy, which can be a good thing. But because with everything we've been saying here, you might be going against what you know. I will clarify that though. And one for who Libra is becoming. The Hermit, wise. You're really going to be in a position of really learning and understanding your own feelings and emotions. Looking at a situation from a place of hope, from understanding, from going through that experience and knowing how to deal with it. Seven of Swords though in the now. Knight of Pentacles. You know, it could be cutting corners. The Knight of Pentacles is like slow growth, but it's growth. You know, it's like it's slowly taking your time to plant some seeds. Like it's kind of a card of personal development for me. But a Seven of Swords can be about cutting corners or doing things in a sneaky way. You have the Queen of Pentacles as well. If your goal is the Queen of Pentacles, is that stability, is that financial abundance, then you have to take that route. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is guaranteed the throne because he's doing things properly. So don't skip corners in your life in general. The same with healing. The same thing with that. Don't skip corners here. Seven of Cups. That's just a card of confusion. Eight of Swords as well. That's where the anxiety is coming from. Some of you need to get a clear plan, strategize. Very important for you, so that you can actually really work towards that goal of yours and not cut corners, Libra, because you have the Hermit in your future, which is really coming from a place of wisdom. You guys might end up being like a teacher or a mentor in the future, or again, lead through leading. I was hearing like leading with kind of guiding others, maybe is something that you guys might end up doing based on your experiences. What you learned the hard way, you'll be teaching others, but it's just really being an old soul. So my lovely angels, that's what I have for you. I hope it makes sense to some of you out there. Let me know in the comments if it did. Make sure you like and subscribe. But aside from all that, I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see you guys next time. All right,